All right, we continue with the breakfast show where they come to you live from Liberty Online TV from the reports there where they can now. Na studio, as we tell una earlier say today where they can look at President Bio in speech where he do na the UN General Assembly, but we not just the focus on the speech. Earlier we tell una say the presidential spokesman they can answer all the tough questions where don't they come out from the general public. We they can look at the delegation where President Bill go with na the UN General Assembly, where they can look at the president's speech, where they can look at the engagements then where President Bill hold during the 80th anniversary of the UN General Assembly, and safe where they can look at the visa ban where Salon still they under if presidents make any attempt for lobby or engage in company heads of states them, or if we Minister of Foreign Affairs we still they na the United States make any attempt as we see in counterparts na Ghana don't talk to in company them, it all lobby around, it all lift their own ban. All of that we can discuss this morning. As always, we get the Honorable Alhaji Alpha Khan, when are the spokesperson for His Excellency the President. Good morning, Alhaji, and welcome to the breakfast show.
Good morning, Khadija. Good morning, Rebel. Good morning, everybody.
All right, as we tell we viewers them, we know say recently don't they do few media rounds for talk about President Bio in speech, but as always, so you can a liberty. It's different because the people want for no, the people want una especially way at the mouthpiece of the president for answer to all the tough questions, because not all the time people and they get this personal interface with His Excellency the President, and he's the servant of the people. Now people and put on this, so if things are not going right, now the right again for the people and for ask all of the questions. Earlier before you come, we just get a conversation say where President Bill been take over sometimes back in 2018 through the press secretary office, where he came on for travel and they pull a release, they inform the people and say the president they go na this part of the world, the president they go within WEF, and other people working there na the delegation. But for some time now that pattern they look lost. Past see pictures of the president, they na in private jets, they go frequently from one place to another. The president don't tell we say they go clean the image of the country. This UN General Assembly, from pictures we don't come out, it seemed like President Bill go with almost all in cabinets. And the question now is now waiting exactly they happen na New York, Alhaji.
The UN General Assembly, President Bill no go with all in cabinet. The Minister of Mines is here. The Minister of Trade and Industry is here. The Minister of Local Government is here. The Minister of Lands is here. The Vice President is here. Plenty other ministers than they. So that statement is not true. The President go with those members of the cabinet. We get something for do directly with this particular UNGA at 80. We expect almost every head of state and plenty organizations in the world they go. And some of these have to do networking on their own. Like for instance, you go with Dr. Kande Umkela. You go with Dr. Kande Umkela for what? Now for follow-up on the M300. This forum of two banks, the World Bank and the African Development Bank, Ajay Banga and Ahmed Ulta, then they say they help Africa with $300 billion for then we're able to increase the access to electricity, let people then get electricity over 300 million people in Africa. We attended that in Kenya. We attended that in Barbados until we can prepare a compact, a feasibility study, a project document for see if we will qualify. And in this meeting, on the sidelines, Dr. Kande Umkela and the President, they approach the World Bank and the African Development Bank. We tell them, say, yes, we have looked at your document. We are satisfied that it is a credible document and that we are able to do what we now for do. So the $2.2 billion we ask for, we the pledge say we give now. That is the World Bank. Not to any kind of small person will do that. So these are the reasons why other ministers they go, not to president get for do all things. He's just the head of cabinet. He's just the head of government. But there are other MDAs. We get into relationships. The Minister of Finance is there. They get for DD because they get for go to the IMF. And yesterday they were there at the IMF in Washington. So you see, say when they go, now opportunity this time for take one stone, kill many birds. Because people that will be forget for visit singly. But all of them gather in New York and in Washington and the aftermath of the UN General Assembly, where then they go and meet. And there's a lot of networking where they bring benefit to it. So he didn't go with all of his cabinet.
You don't try for justify the people away go na UN General Assembly and why they are there. Although certain people in the na UN General Assembly, where many Sierra Leonean and go say they not get no business for good day because some na just mere supporters, maybe just maybe because they see the president in private jets, then just decide say okay, let me hop in and go. Let we talk about the key ministers them where you don't say them go there for do networking. One of them where you mentioned at the head of the energy sector lead. And we see the great news we come out from the UN General Assembly, we get for do with the mission 300. And a lot of people on they ask the question, say, what's involved inside the mission 300? The amount, the figure, and if this they come through a grant or not a loan?
That is a grant. The World Bank now they set up after the World War. When they set up the UN, the World Bank they now financed the reconstruction of Europe after the war under a Marshall Plan. After the reconstruction of Europe, then turned to less developed countries like us, where the World Bank they help. So then they use that same formula there. For help we for grow. There were times when, after the war, certain parts in Britain and France and Germany not get electricity. They had to do that. So they need money. America financed that through the World Bank. So now they called the Marshall Plan. So this time, the Marshall Plan is turned into Africa. And they have seen that Africa will get the bad name, say, at the darkest continent, not the whole world. But that can be changed. One, the traditional ways for generate electricity, then that now for burn gasoline, burn diesel, and we then call. But that also say also that burning of diesel there and all that is injurious. It affects the atmosphere bad. It affects engender climate change, where it affects food systems, where it affects lives and property because of the tsunamis and the landslides and things like that, because of the reforestation. So they say, let us look at how we can support Africa for make them able to use the resources we deal with them, especially the sunlight. With a huge sunlight we get now. In fact, they talk say the sunlight where they hit Africa in 1 hour. In 1 hour during the dry season, enough for power the whole world for a whole year. So it means that beaucoup energy then a street and for let we harvest them. So the World Bank say let we help you. So then put $300 billion for make them able to get access, give access to electricity, i.e. allow people that will not be get light, up to 300 million in Africa by 2030 in 4.5 years, which means it is an urgent project, an immediate project. So if they don't approve we own the 2.2 billion for Sierra Leone go there and say, okay, we don't have enough generating capacity. Bumbuna, what would they bluff about? It would take 30 years for Bilam. Now 50 megawatts, maximum, now they generate in the rainy season, high rate.
$2.2 billion. Now just for Sierra Leone,
yes,
or now Sierra Leone and other countries?
No, that 2.2 billion now we own compact. Now that we say we want for make we able to fix we electricity by 2030.
Now that we say we want and now that's they approve?
Now that they approve all of our compact. So I think she will forgive them what you Mike can call kudos. Now for clap for them. President Biome, they clap for you. And they clap also for Dr. Kande Keller and all the other people, including the Minister of Finance, the Minister of Energy and all that. They all waited, they make this thing as so they go. Yes, all they sit in the give. Now we ask for.
So based upon the approval where Salondon gets now for this, one big question we follow is, when actually is this money coming?
Well, now that makes them say, provide a compact. A compact means a feasibility study with timelines and exactly what you want to do, the processes we want to go through, and the use we want to put the money into, and the time when you want to start. That compact, then we present, we accept. So whatever is in that compact, with the timelines we did, now then go with. So I don't know exactly what the timelines are, but I know say there is a compact that as for 2.2 billion, we go improve the generation of electricity. We go help we bring electricity to your homes through the transmission lines. We go help we for reduce the carbon footprint of the generating company, generating power stations. Then we go use sustainable energy and renewable energy from the sun, from the hydros and all that. That I know. So when you generate again for Brancam into the towns, we need for put a national grid. What we want for put a grid such that we no need for they go bring fuel, resource fuel, electricity again from Cote d'Ivoire or CLSG, or even to Guinea there, or even go hire a ship like Car Power. For like we have to be in control of our own energy, now energy security, now energy wealth. Now that we want to do. You know, right now we are energy poor.
Like you say, you not get the specific dates of when it will start.
No, I don't.
But broadly speaking, this particular concept, Mission 300, is it something achievable under President Bio in tenure?
Well, it's 2030. The aim is to provide that kind of reach for people, 2030. President Bio in time now 2028. So it is beyond him. If they work now towards that, in 4.5 years, if we don't get that in, they settle. That don't mean say in 2027, 26, 27, we're not going to produce something. Now small. They say in little drops of water make the mighty oceans. We start as soon as they say, okay, the money is ready, start with the bush clearing, start with providing the electric poles, start with fixing the Bumbuna too, and all that kind of, they will do that. But that will take us to 2030, now the timeline now.
You think, say, this plan really over-ambitious?
If you be over-ambitious, the old bank no go support them.
You know why I ask you these questions? Because going through the World Bank website, quoting President Bio of Sierra Leone, President Bio say our M300 compact is the most ambitious and comprehensive energy infrastructure initiative ever developed by Sierra Leone. The man way talk gets the everything. Himself no say over ambitious and going further.
You say ambitious.
Hold on.
No, put over the reader back.
All right, President Bio no say he ambitious.
Thank you very much.
And going further, we then quote him, himself no say na just a mere plan and promises.
No. The World Bank no the joke development. Most of the things that we do in these countries, in the less developed countries, like the World Bank, they support me. Even the budget support, they give it to us. So when they say that they do this, they know. Because now them, at the end of the day, they were set up for that. The World Bank not the joke. African Development Bank not the joke. They do that.
They're not the joke.
So now we the joke?
Sierra Leone.
Now we the joke?
Especially during the administration of President Bio, a lot of challenges that people do not funding them. We see Usai the IMF being come na the country for can do the review on the extended credit loan facility. They meet say some of the commitments them with the Ministry of Finance been said and they not do them. They spend by other things them where they're not supposed for do. And that be bring a reverse, then delay the program. Now until now the IMF official and they back na the country for do another second review and see if they don't correct correct some of the mistakes that will be
exactly.
happen.
When you make a mistake, they ask you for correction. They're doing
Honorable,
it.
people like the World Bank, IMF can determine, but when it comes to the internal administration of we governments there, corruption can be one of the stumbling block them, where can make them projects they are not capable for come to life.
When I in there and the one whole world now, all man they talk about corruption. What you try to do is minimize it. You minimize it, and that's what we are doing. The Anti-Corruption Commissioner in Sierra Leone, they don't rate him as one of the best anti-corruption commissioners in the world, in Africa for that matter. He's now sitting in the chair of the African Anti-Corruption Commission, in the board of African Corruption. So we are doing that. These things, them being historical, they don't live for long. They are ingrained in societies, not only here, right? Yesterday in China, I received and arrested one Minister of Agriculture. He misused the sum of about $40 million. He's been sentenced to death. That is it. So everybody, it happens everywhere. Now, how you they approach the mitigation? How you they try for reduce and matter? And we, I think, so we do well. Now, that make even the MCC will win. Now, because consistently, from where President Bill come, he always they improve the anti-corruption index to the point that every year from 2018, President Bill in government always done they pass the control of corruption indicator in the MCC. And those are people who watch. And these are figures are coming from the IMF where they talk about. These are figures coming from the World Bank. These are figures coming from Transparency International. So these are all these things that they put together and say, Sierra Leone don't pass the anti-corruption indicator in the MCC compact, in the MCC thing, shit, what do you call fact sheet. So if we do that consistently for 7 years, to the point that where America say, we'll give you a compact, I think so we they try. The point is, you're not expected that you are going to be able to stop it immediately, but the effort you put to reduce it, to take it to near zero, now we depend. And I think that is what is happening in Sierra Leone. If the IMF thought that, the World Bank thought that Sierra Leone not able for manage this kind of money, they're not going to say then they give it. They will not. They would have rejected it. They have our history. They've been here for a long time. They've been here since 1961, if I remember. And there's are people who, they know, they're sitting in our Ministry of Finance. They're sitting in our Ministry of Planning. They're sitting in our Ministry of Trade and all that. They know, they have all the figures. And these are the people who make those indicators. And they say that control of corruption is diminishing. I mean, it's increasing. And the corruption index is reducing in Sierra Leone.
So in terms of this particular discussion, we get to do with issues of corruption. Now the presidency, anything they around where the presidency they think of for ensure say when this compacts where they approve, when the money really begin for coming, they're able for make it ensure say it go into waiting it come for and people benefit from them?
The simple answer is yes.
Waiting at the strategy way the presidency plan for use for ensure say it come and go for the purpose way.
The strategy is that every ministry get what they call the PTT, performance tracking tables. They don't give everybody your own PTT and all that. They don't give you tasks. They know what we want. President Bill wants by the time he leaves that at least we go down get 300 megawatts of electricity here in Sierra Leone. All right. For now, we are about 110 megawatts. At the moment, we are doing 105 megawatts at Kisi, which is working at the moment. They go meet the works, they go on. That is a private sector issue. And then we are going to increase the solar production at Newton to 40 megawatts, including Lunge. We are increasing the Bumbuna phase 1. Then they increase them by another 50 megawatts. And all that. Those are all the targets. So when these monies come, now then they go because we get all what you want for do, put down, now money will not be get. So we know what you do.
Honorable, for a government we get record for spend money, we come for a particular sector, divert and first go spend them now another sector. You get to be careful how you make commitments now to public, like which you do so because we see outside the Ministry of Finance big issues with IMF because then take money where they're not supposed for spend per road, then go spend per roads, then pay contractor them. We been given issues where the IMF come for candle review.
At the end of the day, it all falls within the MTDEEP, that is the Medium-Term Development Economic Plan. As long as it is not outside of the economic plan, the IMF will only say correct it. They will not say you diverted it outside of its purpose. The purpose is we have an MTDEP, Medium-Term Development Economic Plan, up to 2030. And anything in there, the prioritization is one. If you mistake the priority, go put up on the other side, but it still go towards getting to the goal post. That is it. So I will not say it is being diverted. It is being used otherwise, and it has been accounted for. Now that make the IMF come back. The money no loss. That is it.
In all loss, what you go na side, who side they not be supposed for spend them.
Then you back, then you go correct them. You go do homework, you bring and correct, then you correct back, then pass you. So it happens.
Presidents go with a lot of people them, although earlier he tried to justify the reasons why they did it. And this brings me to the question now is the entire trip and the particular minister they will go, although you say most of them have to go do networking at the sidelines of the UN General Assembly.
Everybody in the world goes there.
Yes, now for go do networking at the sideline of the UN General Assembly. In figures, how much this entire trip cost?
I don't know. You'll have to get somebody from the Ministry of Finance. But I know, see, it costs what is supposed to cost for Ked go to America. And that is what has happened. And like I said, always said, we have thrown a sprout. We don't bring mackerel cam. We don't go put bilolo. We don't bring kuta. So if it is the bilolo and they put for get kuta, let me do that. That is why people fish. We go to fishing.
Now, how many man delegation go represent Salon?
You asked me that in the beginning. I don't know.
This last budget, so the Minister of Finance go with the Parliament, the MP then describe and say, na an austerity budget. Women say the country economy they struggle.
And the MP then?
With a country where they struggle with the economy, this budget, so the Minister of Finance go with certain area, then they don't get certain money, they reduce them. It clearly shows the government they struggle. Is it timely for go with all of the ministers there? Yes, networking is good. Maybe some of them want for go lobby and see how then they get money for the various programs that they want for implement. But the timing for a country where they struggle with the economy.
I suppose the MPs and they for represent with people them. And one of the cries of the people, the lack of electricity. So if today the MP they no say, then people they go, they don't go get $2.2 billion for bring electricity. Where then go carry go to then constituents, that then wards and all that, then people then they go so far. The MP will not describe this budget as austerity. The MPs are overseers. The MPs are what you call representatives of the people and all that. They are not in the executive. They don't decide how monies are spent. They'll go and tell them, we want to spend this money and all. They will ask you, do you have it? Can you afford it? If we cannot afford it, they will not pass it. But if you see them pass your budget, that means you can afford it because you get for assure them. And that is what's happening. The MPs can use any word. I used to be an MP. Anybody, any minister we can with a bang up. Ministers are the punch bag of the minister or the members of parliament. That's what we've been done. As they can no more than they pray God. So they go meet the MP then.
Although, you say you don't know the number of people waiting at the delegation we go represent Salon. But also, if we come to specifics, how you go explain the different role where there is a chief minister we go and the ministers themselves follow and go? How the role then go play there? Where the chief minister did it and the minister themselves did it in person?
The chief minister is a coordinator. He coordinates activities of certain ministries. And if he's there, he did it as a man where they make sure say collaboration there. But the chief minister also has a history with the United Nations. The former permanent representative of the United Nations, Negroponte, the US, permanent representative, he'll be more or less adopted chief minister when he's a student, as a mentee. And that man is still around the corridors of power in the UN. Negroponte is still there. So there are other people where the chief minister don't meet. There are influential people in the world, like Bill Gates, where Sabi the chief minister very well. And these are people who open doors to other people. So for the chief minister for be around there, I think it's useful. Because if me want to go meet somebody, I need somebody with Sabiam. We go up in the way Khadija, or maybe one for can see you, that kind of thing. It's what you call influencing. So I would not say that the chief minister is supposed for the day. Yes, he's the chief minister. If you have a lot of ministers there and the day, it will help for coordinate their activities. You don't expect the president for left on busy schedule for begin coordinating ministers there again.
Honorable Fakan, is there any reason why the public not know the number and the names of the delegation where the president can go with again? Is there any reason?
I don't think there's any special reason. No, I don't think there's any special reason. I just don't know. That's it. I just don't know. If I know, I don't tell you. You just know, Naya.
But as a presidential spokesman
representing...
No, but Honorable, you're not the mouthpiece of the president.
Yeah, but call the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They can tell you that.
They
are the ones who coordinate the visas. I don't.
You're not the mouthpiece of the president. And I'm pretty sure, say, you don't work in this capacity for a very long time, and even for other presidents, you for know now the questions where the people want for know. So you know it go be unfair to the public for you come for talk on the president's speech.
No,
you say
you
don't know how
but
many
I don't know how many
go
people
with.
go there. What is the essence there? I've told you, anybody who don't go there, now because you get role for do. Anybody who don't go, like a security officer, he has to be there. Like in ADC, he has to be there. Like in scope, it has to be there.
So you said
like in PA,
access to that kind of information, like documentation purposes. The president is leaving the country, and they go so side with so people.
No, I don't have to. If I need them, I ask, they will give me. But I didn't need it. So what's the point? Now that you ask me, I go ask you. They didn't give me. I don't need it. I don't take information that's not useful to me. What use will that be? Now that I know you guys need it, and I'll pass it to you, I'll go check. Yeah. I'll send you a WhatsApp message.
Let me talk about President Bio in relation with in colleague heads of state. We don't see London the struggle for this visa ban. The last day will be just happened. In July, we host Musa Timothy Kaba, the current Minister of Foreign Affairs. There we talk to the outgoing Ambassador Brian Hunt. It says Salon supposed for take back the citizen them where they live illegally in the United States. And this ban for a period of 90 days. Then go review them depending if the country meets some of the things them where them be don't set as criteria for taking them people them. And President Bio they now at the UN, I believe say it done the all side meetings within counterparts them for talk on different issues. You know, if anything we get for do with this visa restriction, President Bio put time down or pen and down as some of the things them way he want for go focus on. Because we see you say President Mahama, where now they all been there under the same ban, a Minister of Foreign Affairs don't announce that they don't lift them ban. And we go online, you go see say Ghana do the things them where the US they ask for. We now for take back the citizens.
Well, how do you know Sierra Leone is not doing that? Or will not do that? Yeah, no, how do you know? When they do, then go tell me. Sierra Leoneans, the ministers, then they forsake the interest of the citizens. The president, a main objective for be president, now for better the lives of Sierra Leoneans. So he did it. The US, I ain't no more don't ban we. Nobody else no ban. In fact, it's a suspension. It's a restriction, not a banning. In fact, not a restriction. So, but then give you the conditions under which that can be lifted within 90 days. Maybe we are working towards that. I see a statement where say the main reason why Sierra Leoneans are being restricted, not for misdemeanor, now because then some of them, they overstay their visas. So it is public education. And I understand that the Minister of Foreign Affairs is setting up a committee for making them able to talk to those people who usually are in the habit of wanting to overstay, for let them give space so that other people will get opportunity for go. For make they not make the other people suffer because of them. So they are going to appeal to them to find ways of limiting their overstay and let other people get it. And that is the main reason why they say they restrict we. They not say we go thief in America. Or they not say we go kill people in America. Or, and say that because some people go there, they feel say, and the only reason why they do that is because they feel say when they come for go back, it go difficult and it's expensive. But if the government over the United States of America see they do that, the things that they want us to do, they see they do them, they go lift them. And that is what happened with
those things. Are we doing them?
I just give you an example. The minister of Foreign Affairs don't tell you, say, they are going to set up a committee.
They are going to. Women say it not happen yet.
Yeah, well, it will happen.
And
they are going to. If
the period where they give for review don't elapse. Today is the 30th day of September.
How do you know they haven't done it?
Because if I don't come public, it's obvious. The ambassador was here the other day.
Which ambassador?
Brand, the ambassador we don't left now.
We don't go.
Also, you see, don't say the way we ask when they go review Sierra Leone. They say within 90 days, and if it happen inside September.
Well,
today is the last day of September.
Any
updates
so
regarding that?
It could be the 1st of October. They don't know. They did it now in America. Let them come back and then we see before we pass judgment.
So this is now one of the side negotiations.
I'm sure.
Where the delegation they do
sidelines. We call them the sidelines of the UN General Assembly. All man did it. The whole State Department
because the reason why they ask, when the ambassador was here, we will be they ask him similar questions as to waiting really go make them lift the suspension. He never stated issues we go for happen at hunger. Waiting the talk was things that we're supposed to be done now for let the government ensure say them bring back citizens we don't overstay.
Oh my dear, you don't hear what I say? I say the Minister of Foreign Affairs, I read say, they engage people who they know are overstaying because they know they have records. People ask for visas and they are not come back yet. So they will engage them. And that is the positive effort within they do. For talk to them, say, Bo, you are being unfair to others. Because they say one come. But because you not overstay now, they say pass una go before they give other people and lift the ban for other people for camp. I sure Sierra Leoneans, we love each other. Some of them will think positively about it. It's better than you wait, let them go hold you, then deport you.
Whose impact do you think, say, the Minister of Foreign Affairs in talk go make to them people and therefore let them come back? Because talking to the outgoing,
I think if now you're not going to make impact because you know come. Because the way they talk now,
have been to the
you don't want to listen. No, you don't want to listen. You don't want to listen to the minister. You are saying you don't want to listen to the minister. No, because why are you assuming that other people will not?
I'm not assuming.
Well, looking at
the environment, but I know go take and let you first say I've been to the US several times.
I know. So you will listen to the minister. They ask you for let you believe. Say other people like you will also believe the minister. And listen to him. Let us give them the opportunity. Now we could put them at the front for work for we. We can make mistakes when a person they guide you.
What thing go show say possible for let them listen because this call not to the first time this way then they make them for let them come back. And up till now we not get that kind of information we officially go come out say based on the call where Sierra Leone government be done they make. These are citizens we don't return.
Then we don't make the call before.
Then we don't make the call. We don't take. Let me just say this latest one. We don't take 90 days period. We don't take 90 days period.
This particular initiative.
Anybody wants for listen for come back. They don't do for let them come.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs says they are going to set up a committee, a high-level committee, for interface with those people. That is a different kind of approach. That approach will stir the US for them to know, say yes, and people are serious about what they've been talking about, or what we are talking about.
Even when the timeline don't pass.
The timeline can be extended, my dear. They say a review.
Suppose they review. Suppose they review.
Suppose they review tomorrow. No, but they don't review now.
the first 90 days don't elapse. Today is the 30th, the last day of September. So it got for take another 90 days before they review.
Okay,
Mind you, not us alone, they determine the laws of the State Department. Then put a 90 days.
Well, so that today elapsed, the 90 days.
Today is the 30th of September.
So that today elapsed
yes,
also.
Please.
So don't jump before, don't put the cart before the horse. Wait for them and say, so if they have not, do you know what they have been reviewing? Do you know which in the State Department they don't do? Do you know what they have been looking at? I don't know. Until they come out and say, we have reviewed. Sierra Leone did not do this, so they are going to continue this.
There's no need for come out. Now, country that we don't go through the review and they meet the criteria, then go just come and inform them citizen like what Ghana did. The foreign minister, they come out and say they don't lift with restriction.
Okay, so we'll wait, let the foreign minister come. Let him come back with information for us from the US. From the US.
A day part of the itinerary?
How do I know his itinerary?
Because you're so optimistic that he's coming back.
I know that he's there to represent Sierra Leone in the face of the diplomacy of Sierra Leone. Here we're talking about diplomacy. Here we're talking about in the relations between countries. Now Indian at the front. I don't know exactly what his itinerary is, but I know say he don't talk say he's going to engage in that, and that is what he's doing. So let's get a chance like come. Then when I go get them back in the house, sometime before we reach them, go make an announcement. Oh, they're not lift with ban, but they say let's do A, B, C, and D. Or they don't lift with ban. So let us wait. Let us don't jump the river before we get there.
Honorable Fakan, let me look at the speech where the president go make na hunger. This particular speech where the president make, a lot of people express concern regarding the content of the speech. But let me just start how one can decide waiting the president they go to come, especially the hunger outside just don't go deliver in speech.
Let's put all this in perspective. What is the UN? The UN is the peacemaking, peacekeeping, and peace enforcement organization of the world, where they set up after the 1945 war, so that the millions of people, 100 million people, will die in World War I and World War II. Let it not die again so that mankind doesn't destroy itself. So let's put the UN together. They put them together. For let it not be again. So that is the purpose of the UN. So when you go there, you talk about security. You go talk about international relations. You talk about equity. You talk about engagement. You talk about development. And when the president went there, he got 3 hats, at least 3, but he got 4 hats. The first hat we wear, President of the Republic of Sierra Leone, first thing they announced, before anything else. The next one is that he's the chairman of Echoas, cap number 2. Notice who? Echoas being the countries, 12 cities, 12 countries in West Africa. He is the head of the authority of heads of state now.
Everyone knows that. The contents of the speech, now you ask.
But at the time you ask me,
how
I tell you the
agree
content.
on waiting the dinner the content.
They tell you, say, who is he? It is who he is. Based on that, now you get to tell you what you get to talk about. So if you give me a chance, I've been a teacher. I used to be a lecturer at the university and a teacher at Sri Lanka Secondary School too. With students, all they pass. And then they listen. So, he wear the Echoas. He wear Sierra Leone. Notice so. He wear the C10 cap, C10. That is the canvassing for Africa for the seat in the Security Council. Then he wear the G7 plus cap. Chairman also, 4. So when you are going there, if you're talking about Sierra Leone, you talk about climate change that affects us and all that. You talk about the development steps, the human capital development, the education, energy and all that. Oh, they go, so that don't put that aside. It depends the speech, notice so. Then you wear the Echoas cap, notice so. You talk about how you visit Burkina Faso, where them you want for left this. When you go talk to them, say, Echoas will not leave them alone for let them fight their own war no more, now the borderlines with the Sahel and Al-Qaeda and all that. So that is the Echoas cap. So, and then it wear the C10 cap. The C10 says, canvass the position of Africa, the request of Africa for a seat in the Security Council or 2 permanent seats. So what happens? He goes there, and says, for 20 years, we own country, Sierra Leone. Now we don't head this committee. We get Raja Ahmad Tijan Kaba, we don't do am. We get Dr. Anes Baikoroma, we don't do am. Then we get him now, President Bio, we still do, and that's 20 years. So you don't tell me how they do this. So what happens? Last year, I go to the UN Security Council and chaired it. We asked for a seat for Africa or 2. Now you have said you're going to do it, give it to us. It is fair that you give it to us. We are demanding now. We're not even requesting again because we don't request. We're not hungry. Now we demand that fairness and that equity. So that's it. And he asked the question. We are 1.4 billion people. You talk about us on the table, so why not leave us? So that is the third camp. Notice one. The fourth one is a member of the G7 Plus, which is the chairman of the G7. And G7 is what? G7 is all the industrial countries. England, France, Germany, Russia, the United States, China, and Japan, and the G7. Those are the industrial countries. They don't need nobody for help them. Then the plus now we, the rest of us, we need. So we take the G7 plus, the one whole world. He's chairman of the one whole world. A lobby group. Now a lobby group. So he went down and he talked about that. That is why he talked about Ukraine. That is why he talked about the ceasefire in Gaza. That's why he talked about the ceasefire in Sudan as a G7 plus chairman. So he really know what they go do there. And that make.
So, in all of that conversation, why Yenga not been they part of the president in speech with all their capacities and then they cap them all where he were, like you said, don't describe?
Thank you very much. Give me time, you ask that question there.
No, but we're not going to spend all the time answering one question.
Well, there are no answer.
You go answer, but you're not going to spend all the time answering one single question. There are so many things that we need for answer. You are taking my time now.
So left eye only, give me a, for 5 seconds, that they take them back from you. Don't take it. So, Yenga is a domestic problem. Sierra Leone and Guinea, we're domestic. We're members of the Mano River Union. Notice who? They are brothers. When they fetch Winayana, they first can't fetch Fabi. Notice who? You don't start conflict with Guinea at all. You try resolution. Elijah Machizan Kaba tried resolution. But he tried. That not when you say not try. Dr. Anes Baikoroma tried resolution. He did, because then we had a communique from the then government. We had a communique, and I was the one who read that.
I was there as well. The time when they talk about the communique, but fine. All no work.
We work because
here we are. They talk with Guinea for left Yenga.
You don't take another 10 seconds from me.
But now give me time. Work. It's open and it's clear.
You want me to say that? Okay, no work. Okay, no work.
So why Yenga talk not reach na the UN?
Why Yenga not reach na the UN? Because in terms not reach for reach na the UN. And give me time, like I tell you that. It's a domestic problem.
Okay.
You try first, there are several levels of redress. When you get problem with your neighbor, you go to the headman at the village. When the headman tire, you go to the section chief. When he tire, you go to the paramount chief. You know they come out with your neighbor in business, you go straight to the paramount chief. No. Now the UN is the paramount chief. Wait for me. We have Echoas. We have Mano River Union. We went to Mano River Union in Oak. Not so. We don't go Echoas. Not so. It is on the table of Echoas. President Bio is the chairman of Echoas. Echoas no deal with the issue yet. How can he take it to the Supreme Court now? He cannot. So you left him, but let Echoas deal with him. Echoas has sent a team here. That team, they don't make the report. Him as chairman, no read it. The other heads of state, no read it. When they beat back, they will go.
Is there anything new about Yenga? Where you think, say, the Echoas chair, when a President Bio, need for look into before this issue reach the UN? Is there anything new?
Yes.
What is new about Yenga and Salon and Guinea about Yenga?
What is new is that we already say the Guinea soldiers don't come now, we own land now and put some structures. That is new. No, it never happened before. They mean they, but they don't get structures. So that is new. Because it is new, it is now violation of the country's own sovereignty. So that has to go. If you know the answers, why ask me?
Because we want to get them from the presidency.
So I am giving it
because
to you.
If the presidency is treating the issue of Yenga as important as it for be,
they are.
People expect, say, you calling for peace na Gaza, calling for this yanda, you for don't begin and first snap
You know
us.
reach it. The UN, you know reach it. You know they get case. You did magistrate court.
Issue of Yenga don't dey for how many years?
We know
Where not reach a stage for going to the UN.
You don't ever care and go
So
there.
that's why people were
You
expecting,
don't ever
so
care
with
and go
all the
Echoas.
hats
It's
and where
never
presidents
been to
wear now,
Echoas.
if we
It's
don't
never-
reach, not the UN.
You know ever reach Mano River Union self, let me tell you. At the first time this. Because we've been the type for manager.
But just now, you
no, but
just
hold
tell
on.
we say it don't go Mano River, you
Now.
know.
It
Now
don't
you
work.
say
No,
it
you know be ever reach say, wait for me before. You say don't take.
The
Honorable.
inconsistency
But you are not waiting
is too
wait,
much.
una kaya for come ridicule me, you think so?
Honorable.
No, we are
Well, give me
not.
an opportunity. Don't put words in my mouth. When you get problem with your neighbor, you discuss it first. That's what we've been doing. And Eskuruma discussed it.
Over 20 years.
And Eskuruma discussed it. ATK and Amatija and Kaba discussed it. All right? Now, we are discussing it with them. It's not working. We don't go Mano River Union now. For Mano River Union, because entire, we don't go Echoas. At Echoas level, that is where it stopped at the moment. A decision has not been taken. Echoas hasn't told us they are not able to. So you can't expect the chairman of Echoas, where the thing then in table for go begin the hall and we then call say, I know able this thing, I don't bring them. No, because there are levels. When you miss Echoas, you go to African Union. It is when that fails, you go to the UN. There are levels of detest. Take the example from the law courts. Magistrate court, you fail, go to High Court. High Court, you fail, go to Appeal Court. Appeal Court, then Supreme Court. You don't just jump over there. There are procedures in life. And when I give me a chance, like they talk to una when I call me. Don't come here to show that which they talk is not true. If you listen carefully,
but you are
trying to.
We
No, but you are
ask the
trying
questions,
to. You are trying to.
and you
Don't.
answer the questions.
Yeah, then you wait for me to make a clarify before you come in and begin to insinuate and go forward.
Follow-up questions.
That is not a follow-up. That is a ticklism question. Ticklism.
Honorable, is President Bio really serious
Yes,
about
he is.
Yenga?
Yes, he is.
Now, if President Bio serious
Yes, he
and they
is.
take the people who don't be displaced, then they issue them at heart. Then people and then picking and they go school right now. We don't talk to the chief several times. When they out there, they cry for help. You say the issue not reach yet, let President Bio escalate.
Because it did not echo.
Hold on, Honorable, maybe they say, we'll give you time. We'll give you time.
Well, look,
Allow
next
me.
time I call me, I know they come.
No.
No, seriously. Because I need to show me respect, self, when I talk. I give you respect. Don't tell me, hold on. No, don't.
I'm
No.
about to ask a question.
No, don't say that.
I'm
I
here-
give you full respect when I deny her. When I say give me respect, yeah? You white here, self, don't do. Follow you do that. I'm serious.
You're a public servant.
Yes, but you give me respect also. That probably someone means say you for use me anyhow. We do things respectfully. I respect you in your job. Respect me in mine, too. Please. Thank you.
Honorable, you say the issue not reach it for escalates to the UN level.
Oh, you're not understanding.
Let we talk now. President Bio, we see then get a relationship with Mamadi Doumbouya of Guinea. He don't come here, na state visits. From where this issue don't begin again, na Yenga, under the leadership of President Bio, he don't make any attempt for directly engage in counterpart na Guinea.
Yes. They talk. They talk on the phone.
Okay.
He sends special envoys there. He has an ambassador there. They're talking every day. The ambassador is talking to the Minister of Foreign Affairs there every day. The ambassador is talking to the president there once every time. And also the president has a red line where them two they talk. It's very important. Then two get phone where as you take a Mamadi they pick. Mamadi get phone where you ring but beyond they pick because they're so close. 62 miles from Lunge to Conakry. 62 miles. And if I talk about going to Koya, it's about 30 miles. So it's so short. We are about the same country. You can't afford any conflict between our two. And that is what the president is doing. He's taking his time. You don't go blowing up things beyond controllable situation. They still can be controlled. I understand that people in Yenga are suffering. They've been misplaced. But you have 8 million people also to care for. So you look at the situation of those few people in Yenga. Let me find a way to resolve that matter where it not go affect the rest of the country. That is what he's doing. And what does international law tell you? You try the domestic resolutions, i.e. MRU. It hasn't worked. You go to the regional, Echoas. We are waiting for it. When you fail, the African Union is there, to which Mamadi Doumbouya's country belong also. They can call them. If that fails, then the UN. This time, Mamadi Doumbouya did not go, but he sent his Prime Minister, the Secretary General of the Presidency, is there. So I am sure even in the sidelines, they are meeting, they are talking. They don't have to go and talk about it right in the open when it is here at the table of Echoas. Echoas go say, these people, I do not respect we. They don't respect the regional organization. We must respect it first. You and devil, now you forbid for her, make it dance fine.
Is there any timeline for let the ECOWAS take for look into this? Is there any timeline?
Definitely.
What is it?
I don't know, but there will be a timeline. They will not put it down there and in vacuum. I make them send a team to come and assess the situation. So they have gone back with their report. So there are timelines.
Then conversation there we see President Mamadi of Guinea and President Biya of Sierra Leone, they all, then they on the phone. You think say they yield any good fruits? Because recently the delegation will come out Salon for going at this particular place. The Guinean military, they waiting at this place and not allow them for enter there.
Why?
Reason best known to
Good.
them.
They say they're right. Ask for permission. The delegation of Echoas Sierra Leone is not a delegation from Sierra Leone. It's an Echoas delegation you want to talk about. They come from other countries within Echoas under the presidency of Touré, the president of Echoas. Now he send them. They don't come out Sierra Leone for go Guinea. No Sierra Leone, I know they come on now for go Guinea. They stop you. That's we have freedom of movement. But when they go, they ask, we want permission. They say we don't write. But they have not been replied to. Now then go. I mean, supposed to wait for a reply. They didn't have it. Now then go. It's a sovereign country. You know, it's just go no more, go enter like that, especially at the time when they are going to have a referendum. They have some political issues and all that. Then you just see people coming in. That is it. So there's timing in everything. They mean, for don't wait for let them receive a reply from the people and they forgo. Yeah, we replied to them because now we make the complaint. So they came. They stayed here, and then they just decided to go. When they don't get the clearance from Guinea, you don't. Even me now, meaning me as a government minister or whatever, if I want to go Guinea now, I go send what they call a note verbal. Then for expect me say I can. I can't just go Guinea now like that because I'm a government official. I can't go what they call surreptitiously or known. If I'm going, Guinea should know. I should get there to the border, and there should be an officer from the Guinean to take over the relay and take me into Guinea.
Listening to President Biya's speech na Onga, it's full of peace messages. The president speaks so much about the importance of peace and why if we say country them where they go through some issues, the war, a call for ceasefire and all. Coming back home, how Sierra Leonean therefore utilize President Biya in speech, now the UN General Assembly, taking into consideration the kind of issues them where be they go on immediately after the 2023 elections. A lot of instability within the country, protest, counter-protest, and all of that. How Sierra Leonean them for utilize that message day and reflect on them, especially where President Biya speaks so much about peace on an international stage like the UN.
Thank you. I'm glad you used the past tense. We, after the elections...
And now you're happy with the question.
No, I'm coming. No, I'm glad you used the past tense. Make I answer your question. The issues they happen after elections, we managed them. We set up the National Unity meeting at Bintumani, to which the parties met. We also signed the tripartite committee. And we are on the verge of implementing that with a committee that's been set up. So that don't quieten things. And it's on the basis of that we are given a 57 rating of the most peaceful nation on earth, because we are quiet. Now that makes them say in the Mano River, we are the most peaceful. Now that makes them say also that in the West Africa, we are number 3. If we are not peaceful, so he has the right to talk about peace. Because a man where they engender peace, a man where they promote peace. We know him from history. He's a soldier man, but a soldier man will like peace. When he was a soldier and he had the power to decide, he said, let's stop for fight. There was war. A very, very vicious war. Now he go to bush, go meet the rebels to get power, let's stop for fight. The man will like for do peace. We don't see examples of that. And if he don't come now, he agree for the tripartite. He ask for the people to intervene. He should say he's ready to do that. So yes, Sierra Leoneans will say, then go take him, say, waiting in the talk the UN, you mean him because nothing that way they practice at home. You understand? Do as I do. And he's doing what he's doing. And that make me say, when President Bill they do, he talk, he do him. So that is what he does. He is a man who engenders peace. Now that's Sierra Leone and believe now.
Let me look at messages then. We don't come for you. They will come back to you and we'll go wrap up. Let me just take few messages then we don't come. We read from Facebook and Abdullah Bilu Kulede say President Bio is working very hard to address our energy crisis. He's always a talk and do president. That is why he's doing all he can to ensure a long and lasting fix of our electricity.
All right, we look at more messages. This one from Sembepia is say, in a world where thoughts often feel subjective, some individuals thrive in roles where deception is part of the job description.
All right, so they look at more messages and we're going to YouTube quickly and take few questions we don't come in for the Honorable Alpha Khan. This one they say, Alpha Khan knows exactly what he's doing with you guys. He just go to the studio. All right.
Sam just say, hello Liberty TV. Could you please request that the presidential spokesman provides clarification regarding the $2.2 billion reportedly secured from the international community for the purpose of providing energy to the country? Specifically, it has been reported that the $2.2 billion is part of the broader agreement involving multiple countries rather than exclusive commitment to Sierra Leone, as initially claimed. A clarification from the government presidential spokesperson will be greatly appreciated.
All right, this one they ask, say, why Guinea they don't respect the Echoas at all? They not even give them chance for enter.
This other one from Abubakar Sidianke Kanu say, all right, we're going to replace your message. This one from Umfa AS Bangura say, thank you, presidential spokesman, for articulating about issues of the president. Your level of understanding is in respect to national issues is top-notch. Continue to inspire and motivate more patriotic citizens.
All right. Because of time, I think we will come to the Honorable now for responding. We will wrap up with the conversation.
Thank you very much. Now read 6 questions. 6 comments.
In summary, just summarize.
Yeah, 9, 5, 6, not so. Now 2 actually ask for answers. The one from Sam J. Sam J say, make a clarify this 2.2 billion, what it is for, if Sierra Leone get them. Yes, Sierra Leone get them. It's not multiple countries. The actual amount where the World Bank commit, the actual amount where the African Development Bank commit together with the World Bank, now 300 billion for give electricity to over 300 million Africans by 2030. That is the aim. At the big money down there. Now out of that, then pull 2.2 billion and say, wait in Sierra Leone, ask for. Now in then go get 2.2. So no issue about nobody, but only for Sierra Leone. The other person say, Echoas, Guinea refused them for enter. I think I don't answer that question. You have to ask for permission for officials, government officials or organizational officials for going to other people's countries. They were not ordinary visitors. They are going there as officials of an organization, this time Echoas. And you know that at some point, Echoas may not suspend Guinea. When Mamadi take, I don't know if that's been lifted, but they suspend them. So when they ask for permission for make them go, Guinea not reply it. And then these people presented themselves at the border. And the border knows that. They not get any note verbal for expect this kind of people for come inside. They will not. Like I said, if I grab today, I want to go Guinea, I reach Nabalamuya, then they stop me. They'll ask me for a note verbal. My government should know that I am going. And the government where they go to them for don't tell them. My ambassador should know that I am going there, you know, because of my position in government. But if I'm an ordinary person, I just grab Napot local and go waka, like I ride bicycle, I just they make a pass. Nobody will stop me. That is the freedom of movement of people within the Echoas and the Mano River Union. So there are then two issues then they then deserve a response. The other one then are comments. And I don't know, like Sengbe Pierre Inge, I know I put in training. I don't know if now also on a treat.
So the wrap up now, Honorable, when is the delegation expected to be back in town?
I don't know. I know that today they have a sensitization, public education meeting in Washington at, what do you call it, I don't forget it until then, America.
No, but I
don't tell you. No, I'm trying to remember where they have the meeting today. It's in Washington, or is it Virginia? One of them placed in there. Never mind. They get meetings, a town hall meeting, for to talk to Sierra Leoneans. Maybe one of these things that we want to ask for, it would come up.
But you're not certain of when they come back?
I don't know when they're coming.
Even the president? All right. Many thanks for joining me at the studio this morning for can talk about several things that we get for do with President's bill in trip at the UN General Assembly. Well, that's not the presidential spokesman, Honorable Alhaji Alfakano. A video with you this morning talk on different things that we get for do with public concern. As always, they get an eye, they address a lot of things that we get for do with public concern. Well, now they end the breakfast show. Many thanks to all we don't watch. We continue to watch Liberty TV throughout the day as we get interesting stories they Modi bring Canton. Amina Khadija Bangladesh, they have a good day.
All right, and many thanks to the production team. Until we meet again, Mabel Kabadis, get a good day and bye.